What's happening, everyone, and welcome. Just all, yeah, exactly. We're not gonna give it away, but I think most people probably already know if they follow any of us. What is happening? Let me call out the chat here. We got a lot here. We got Casey. What's happening, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Kurt, as always. Mr. Dan, hello. PJ Smith, this Tron game is hard. Tried playing it. It is a challenging game. Once you learn it, though, it's good. It's all about the controller. Like me and Jeff were talking earlier, I got the Intellivision 3 controller. When you throw the overlay in, you can't feel the buttons. And, the bubble buttons on the original are way better because you can kind of get a finger on one and kind of in-press it. So you can almost do that boomerang real quick throw at short distances. The flat buttons are not fun. Either is the Intellivision 2 buttons. In my
feel. Yeah. A lot of feel to the game.
Yeah, just like baseball, you want to be able to kind of feel it in your fingers without having to look down, and that's kind of where it kind of ruined it for me. But hey, Christopher, the dork side DJC. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
That'd make a nice T-shirt.
Live in the moment. What's up, fellow Mekonians? Nice weather here. What about we're getting cold again here. We had snow, like a little bit of snow again the other day, and then it melted away. It's like spring wants to. Even the robins are hopping around, going, what's this white stuff? It happens. That's what Michigan is. We're right at the very top. It's like, what else you gonna? Yeah.
I went out this morning and it was snowing like it. Well, like everything's just got a thin layer on it. But the birds were chirping and cheeseburger birds were tweeting away, and snow was blowing and the car was all froze up. So it was just weird.
George says, I'm going to boycott the Amico if I don't get a DJC T-shirt soon. Yeah, soon. Actually, very soon. I'm hoping. I don't want to give a date, but very soon. I'll just say that. But anyways, so Tron. Wow, I know I got schooled. What was really weird is and I need to get a better capture setup too, and Mr. Panda Sub 2000 is going to help me out with that because I was I was streaming yesterday, actually playing games but watching it through OBS. He goes, "You can't play on OBS." He's like, the latency. I'm like, "Oh, it's terrible." So he's going to kind of teach me how to set it up to get a separate monitor, and that way I can actually do the same with because I got my VCR out. I got my Intellivision. I'm not too loud, by the way, am I?
No, you're good.
Okay, because like last stream I was like screaming. It sounded like. Anyways, yeah. So like I got my old VCR, hooked it up the way I did before that I'd captured before, and for some reason the capture card and in OBS just wouldn't let me do it. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. So I had to put up my cell phone and tape one of my monitors up on the wall, doing it. So yeah, I gotta get
record and play through OBS because you're right. Like I find I have to play with a little bit first. Like if I have my system on, like my Ultimate Flashback on or whatever I'm using, even the Switch on, and then I turn on OBS, the latency is really bad. But if I get OBS up and running, then I'll like power down my Ultimate Flashback and start it up again, then my latency on my display will be good. But I have a TV over the side, which I also have it running to. There's never any latency there. So sometimes I'll be playing and you might see me sort of looking off to the side like this when I'm playing because I'm watching the TV, not the monitor right in front of me. Right. So it is weird. I'd love to, I suppose what he's going to do is he can set you up. If I can just set up a little monitor right here and play right there and have the OBS on a different screen, that'd be the ideal thing.
Yeah, it's that's what I need to learn to do. And even I have a couple CRTs here. I even got a little CRT that which might be able to somehow fit here on my desk. I mean, I have a bunch of flat screens, but if I don't want the latency on that to be terrible, along with OBS. So yeah, I got to get a better setup.
Flat screen, or because like I say, that's just this big TV that I have sitting there is just an old 15-year-old 42-inch plasma.
Oh, nice.
If I have my my right here, my Elgato, okay, and it runs to the computer, and I'm watching it on the software on OBS, right?
Yeah.
But I also have it running with this cord right here, 12-foot HDMI cord that runs across the room to the TV. The game that I'm playing that goes in here will run perfectly on the TV, but it'll have lag here.
Yeah, see, and what I'm doing is I'm watching the lag, and that's where, like, I did the stream. I was playing Sega. I was playing NES Punch Out, and I was like, of course you
Oh my
need
God.
precise to duck.
You're right.
So
You
we
do.
were laughing. Everybody was like, well, let's see how far you get playing it, watching it through OBS. And I got up to I couldn't get past Piston Honda.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're right.
Because I mean, and I went 3 rounds with Glass Joe because I couldn't dodge properly.
Yeah. Makes
So,
perfect
yeah,
sense.
so I need to get a better setup, but I also for Intellivision, and that really gave me the kick in the butt to send my Flash back to Bite Night. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'm going to have that shipped out. I'm going to contact him. I am ready for the ultimate flashback. I'm done messing around.
Is he up and running again?
Well, last time I checked, that was that must have been December. I had messaged him. He just said, just let me know and give me a message when you're ready.
Right on.
And that was kind of the last thing. I haven't, and I'm never on Atari Age, so I don't know if he'd sent me any messages. I need to pop back on there and see. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I'm ready for the ultimate because I want to use it. I might have him do 2 because I want to do 1 in my arcade that I was building. Yeah. Which I'm going to use a completely different cabinet now. I'm actually going to use a real wood grain cabinet. And then I'm going to do I'm actually going to mount the controllers. So it'll be like in a stand-up arcade, but I want to do it kind of like a kiosk used to, where it had like, you'd have the the Super Nintendo or Sega kiosk where they'd almost be mounted on bars, the controllers where they're firm.
Cool.
And I'm going to do that, but have like the 2 NTV controllers up like this, or the flashback controllers apparently. And then run it that way. So it's still a stand-up. It'll have the graphics. It'll have the gold T-molding with the wood grain on the sides. And I'm going to do a graphic that looks like, the front of the console of the old Master System with the gold, and the logo. But then I'll have the controllers jutting out and, mounted. So anyway, so I'm going to get 2 ultimate flashbacks if I get it from him. That way it's worth his time and money and, But yeah, so I need to do it because this made me go, you know what? If I had that, I would have been fine. Zaxxon on Intellivision virtually unplayable. To be honest, I think I maybe played it once when I got it, and that was it. Like that's one I never really got into, and I do own it now too. I got it from Intellivisioncollector.com.
Yep. Speaking
of that, let's put up the banner. Yeah, no, that's one of those ones I never really got into too much. Yeah, Live in the Moment says we need a Will Smith slapping game. How about that, man? Like, I don't watch the Oscars. I care less about rich people problems and elite people. Oh, we make so many billions of dollars. Wow, we slapped them. Who cares? But like sorry, is that the worst of your problems? But what a psychopath! Like that. Like how many times have people roasted people on a stage, and then you see like him go up laughing at the joke.
Yeah, he laughed at the joke, which was interesting.
And then just whooping him across the face. I was like, no one's ever done that. You're not allowed to do that. And they were like, okay, we're going to do nothing. That's the world we live in.
Give him an Oscar later.
Yeah.
What's that?
And then give him the best actor Oscar later.
Yeah, they're all applauding and he's crying. I'm like, dude, that guy needs help. Like, he needs therapy.
Yeah.
And poor Chris Rock, of all people, man. Like, who doesn't love a Chris Rock? He's pretty funny. He just made a simple joke, was nothing, didn't mean to be offensive. I'm going to take Chris Rock's side on this side, but like I said, they're all Hollywood elite. Like, who cares anyway?
Exactly, that's my take on it too.
Yeah, it's not like they're not hurt by this at all.
I preferred watching Chris Rock before Will Smith before that, and now it's more so.
Yeah, right. Matthew asked, are they still making new flashbacks? They are not. They were made by Intellivision Productions from the old company. But you can find them online. Sometimes you find the deals, but a lot of times they're like over $100. They're probably even sometimes up to $200. But I actually found one for, I think it was like $65-$70, something like that, about a few months back before Christmas, because my other controller went out. So now I got 2 units, and I still need another controller, but yeah, for stuff and streams and things like that, I can, I only need the one. But yeah. So I got 2 units and 3 working controllers now. Will Smith's boss fight and cat fighter. Oh,
Yeah, you need to do some editing there in your cat fighter jump in there on Wednesday nights. It's got to be Will and Chris going at each other from now on.
Oh, you mean about this one? Oh, it's funny. I had John Alvarado on Wednesday. I was like, of course I got to throw up the cat fighter thing and see. He's like, I'm not going to get into that. I mean, that's not his. He's the hardware design, but it's just funny. Like, whatever. I wonder whatever happened to that game, Yeah, well, Will Smith. I don't want Will Smith endorsing the Amico. Let's give it to Chris Rock. But anyways, speaking of getting into stuff, let's share what we did, our high score challenge, which was Tron Deadly Discs. And I'm gonna, because of awesome StreamYard, I'm gonna have to do my share screen here. Hold on. Let me pull it up. But yeah, it was I did not do well. I can tell you that. Link. So might as well throw. Man, I need to clean this out of here. I have so much stuff here.
Oh,
I did get my Worm Womper cartridge since we did the last show.
Oh, your Worm? Really?
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. I didn't want that one.
Such an interesting label. So cool.
Oh, was that the one with like the farmer?
Yeah. It's like the American Gothic, except on a cartridge. So funny. What do you got in there, Pete?
Very soon. Watch for the pickup video. I'm excited about this one right here from the Intellivision Collector.
All right, I found it now. That's
beautiful. Worm Whopper is a fantastic game, man. I've played it very, very little, but I got to play it more because it's just so damn smooth. Tom Lowry did an amazing job at it. Oh
my goodness, where is my... There I am. Okay, let's try this again.
Allywag, I just saw your note. We'll be checking it out.
That's not what I wanted.
I was at the 83 Bar Arcade this weekend in St. John and played some Frogger and all kinds of great stuff. Oh, here we go. We're ready to go.
Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can get this right here. I got to work with better stuff here, but yeah, so I did not have the greatest run as you can see. I did knock out one recognizer though, so I was pretty proud of myself on that, but it took me like 4 of them to get in it. Yeah, I was really struggling with the flat buttons on that, which is another reason it's going to have to kick me to do that mod. I'm actually waiting for some paint to dry on a bezel of a game I'm working. In the meantime, after this, I am going to work on... Oh, that's right. I forgot I was talking in this. Look, what?
Is that ever frustrating that paralyzer gets hold of you? Huh?
Yeah.
Take some of that while you go. Get out of here.
I was like throwing the discs at them and they bounce off. I'm like, get out of here. I showed you a thing or two. Then you get up to the dark blue guys with those with the dark brown discs.
Yeah,
they seem a little more aggressive.
Leaders and the double damage discs. Yeah,
yeah. There it is. There's one of them there.
Oh, they got the brown discs going.
I'm already talking about it. It's funny. Oh, this is where I get my revenge, though. As I die.
14,200. Pathetic. I know, but it's been a while. That's my story.
Pete, how do you know how many lives you have left in this game?
You only have one life.
Well, how many times can you get hit?
You can get hit 3 times until you get to 10,000 points. Then it's 4 times. Then at 100,000 points, it's 5 times. But the hits regenerate after 4 seconds. So if you get hit, you slow down a little bit, and after 4 seconds, your speed picks back up and your hit comes back. That's why they gang up on you, and they're apt to go bang, 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 and that's going to take you out. Okay.
Because I got hit a ton of times. I'm like, why aren't I dying? I just kept. I didn't play very long, but
your hit comes back every 4 seconds, which sounds like, oh, that would be easy. It's not.
Right.
Right. Because when they finally hit you, it's like they'll
hit you after 2 seconds again.
They'll go all over you. They swarm. They swarm.
Big Block Plymouth said you have to shatter the brown and white disc, and the replacements are normal.
Yep.
Interesting.
Shatter. Yep. That's blocking them. Yep.
So this is Jeff's go at it.
Oh man, this was really frustrating. I tried hooking up my VCR.
Same here, man. I got you.
I couldn't get it working. I couldn't get the setup working. So then I've got a TV in here, but it's blocked by my monitor. So I try to move this out of the way, and I was playing like this. And then I quickly realized that if you haven't played this before, moving your finger around trying to throw the disc in certain directions is really difficult if you're not used to it. Because I kept looking down, pressing, looking up.
Right.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a terrible run. This is a really cool game, though.
Hey, Panda, how's it going, man?
Panda, what's going on? Yeah, the game's a lot of fun. I told Pete I watched the first half of his video just to learn how to play.
I still haven't played Thunder Castle.
And then every so often I couldn't move. I'm not sure what that deal was.
Well, if you hit the block button in the middle, all of a sudden you go into block mode. You can't move while you're in block mode.
Maybe that's what I was doing.
And there it is, 68.50.
All right, well, we know Pete's going to do better than that, so I'm going to come in third.
Oh, Pete's going to be insanely better. Let's get
but
that.
Listen,
one
it's a friggin' hard game just to pick up and play.
Oh, it is.
But it's a very learnable game, though, too. Like, it's the type of game when you play it for a while, you will get better at it. It's not like it's so damn hard. It's
true.
Well, it was cool when you're playing, even though I stunk at it. I could tell this is a really good game.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there it is. All right. Man, I cannot wait to get this fixed. Of course, that's opening up now.
So on our poll, it's 57% Demon Attack,
Oh,
33% Beauty and the Beast, 10% Space Hawk.
Why is there no love for Space Hawk? Come on, guys. Come on.
Last week it was Space Hawk was ahead of Beauty and the Beast.
That's what I thought.
We got a different crowd today.
Yeah, right? Okay, share screen. Figure this out. I think that's this one.
22 votes, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
there we go. Star Strike. Got a vote.
I like Star Strike.
That disc is coming at you when it's narrow, it's dangerous. When it's large, not dangerous anymore. I won't spoil it, Big Block.
Even Casey says, want to see that million. It's great at it 40 years.
Pete, I like how you explain the game as you go. It's very helpful.
I try to all the little different tips and tricks and nuances. I like to sort of, that's kind of
like you're already at 271.
He's like, I'm sorry, I'm only at $250,000. We'll get it going. I'm like 12,000 at the most. I'm applauding myself.
Well, I find it's like a lot of games. You'll sit there, you play it for a while, all of a sudden everything will sort of stop. You'll stop moving.
Yeah, look at them. Look at how crazy those discs are at 800,000, almost 900. Oh, there it
And
was.
that was it. I turned, if you saw the whole video, I turned and I looked up at the shelf or something. And just like that, they hit me 5 times in about a second and a half.
Jeez.
Just because I wasn't quite ready there. So there's no excuse for not getting to 1 million once you get that far, because you really should be able to get there. But
Right.
oh well.
That's my score, 881,000.
Wow, that is that is epic though, man. You destroyed us in that challenge, man. Oh man, yeah. So the poll, let's see.
Papa Pete by a mile on that one.
Yeah, oh, easily. Yeah, Demon Attack at 52. Okay, Beauty and the Beast creeping up a little bit. Wow, poor Space Hawk. I mean, I understand Star Strike, even though I like it, but Space Hawk, come on, guys. Come on. No, I have a feeling it's either going to be Demon or Beauty by the end of the evening. Or the end of the show, I should say. Not blocking a disc is the same score as eliminating an opponent. I use the same strategy as P, but I usually sit on the right side of the screen. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's weird. Eh? It's like, yeah, why do I sit on that side? I always do, though. I always sit on that left-hand side instead of the right. I think it might be because, and I explained it in my video, if you watch the whole, which is on my channel, the whole thing where I go through the game and I talk about it, is that the ones that are open, like if you're playing it, okay, when you clear off all the men, they'll come out in a group of 3 and they'll open up an entire side for doors that you can then jam open. But if you take them out one at a time and they're replenishing one at a time, they only come through one of 4 different doors, and that's the furthest door to the left on the top or bottom and the top door on the left or right. So when you hang out over by the left-hand side, you are closest to the doors that are most guaranteed to be open on the top and bottom.
Okay.
I think that's probably why, because it gives you a little bit of flexibility to go for a run if you had to. You don't have to go as far to get to another set of open doors, because that's the most important aspect of the game, is keeping at least one set of those doors open, and ideally to the sides, not to the top and bottom, because yeah, it's a lot better, easier to play from the side.
You were mentioning something comes out after 1 million points. You said something orange?
And I wanted to show that because it's the baton characters. It's the characters that are in the movie, like the guards that just have a staff, and they don't throw a disc. It's a staff that zaps you, and they're bright orange on the screen, and they just run around and chase you down. They don't throw anything. You have to hit them 4 times to kill them. And again, there's no blocking. If they touch you, you're dead.
So they have like a little staff in their hand?
Yeah, it's just like it's on the game here. It's just an orange man with like a white stick. And if they
still pretty cool though.
They just touch you with it, and you're derez. That's it. Game over. So what I was hoping to do, or what I wanted to do, when I lost at 800 something, fell asleep at 800 some thousand, because that took long enough that I didn't want to turn around and start over again.
Right.
I wanted just to get to 1 million. I was going to go for a run. Blow out, take out a few of the men, maybe even take out all 3, get a recognizer out there, try to get a recognizer, which at that point is worth 100,000 points, and get some of the orange guys out there and start running, because it's fun. You don't last very long, believe me, but it's fun.
I'm gonna have to check that out or try to do that. I mean, my strategy
I'll do that again sometime soon. I'll get the orange guys out there, and I'll do another little video, and we'll get a look at the orange guys.
You've done a 125 on that, haven't you, or no?
I've not. No.
Okay.
No. It's kind of like this with the 125. I said way back at the beginning, I'm not going to do all my favorite games first, or be guaranteed not to get through with that many. So I'm sort of keeping some of them like not yet.
Yeah, and that's like one of your tops too.
That's my favorite game. Yeah,
that's your favorite game.
So, Pete, did you come up with all this strategy as a kid? Did you figure this out on your own?
Yeah, between me and my brother-in-law and stuff, but pretty much I played a lot more than anybody else. I was the only one that ever got up into 1 million and such.
Like, I want down. It's like you're talking to that weird box again. I always wondered what animals think when they're when we're like standing in front of a monitor or sitting in front of a monitor and just talking, are they like, what is up with him? Like, is it like they probably think we're crazy? They really probably think we're crazy. Like he's just talking to the wall.
She wanted down, but she didn't want down all at the same time.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah, the Staff of Ra.
Staff of Ra.
Oh man, that was another one. You did that. I think it was on your channel that I watched that, where you did the you were showing the different things on the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom 2600, which or I'm sorry, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders Lost Ark. Yeah, that was.
And, I learned a lot because I played that as a kid, just trying to figure it out on my own. I mean, we had the manual, but it was still.
Oh, the manual didn't tell you nearly what you needed to know.
And I used to always laugh because I thought it was a joke, but it really, or a misprint, but it really said, "Watch out for flying Yar." I was like, wait, that's from Yar's Revenge. Why'd they work that into the Indiana Jones? And so we would always make fun of that it said that, but I didn't know there's like a thing that I guess in there where was it like one of the Yar flies comes out or something?
Right. That's the Easter egg in it. And so do you know the link between them all? Howard Scott Warshaw games. Right. Yar's Revenge is his first big hit. Amazing game. And then he did, of course, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then he did E.T. So
wow,
that was.
I can't believe he did E.T. Isn't that great?
The video well, I'm going to say this, and I said
it's not on him though, really.
No, right? I did a video. The video that you're talking about is a stream that I did where I sort of tribute to Howard Scott Warshaw, and I did the Easter eggs in Yar's Revenge, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and E.T.
Yeah, it was E.T. was on there too because you actually win the game.
Yeah, you win the game, but it's also the Easter egg. It's a hard game. E.T.'s a hard game, but I'm going to stand back and I'm going to say this: the bad press that E.T. gets, the game that started the crash, it's all a crock. But that being said, it's not Howard Scott Warshaw's problem. It's not a bad game, but the market for an E.T. game at that time wasn't even gamers. It was for kids who had gone to see the movie who wanted to do something with E.T. And they ended up getting this extremely difficult, complex adventure game within the ET world, and they weren't ready for it. They were looking for something like if ET had gone out and Steven Spielberg even said, "I was looking for something like Pac-Man." If they had just gone out and made some stupid
Reese's Pieces, right?
Yeah, Space Invaders or Pac-Man clone and thrown the ET name on it, it would have been. Yeah, that's true too. PJ, he did it in 5 to 6 weeks. He made that game.
Wow.
So the game is genius, but it's not for the light at heart, and the marketing for it was for the light at heart. So it created an amazing amount of bad press and unhappy people who weren't getting their little Space Invaders clone, Pac-Man clone in the ET world. The game itself, I say, is whoever just said that? Somebody said ET is bad. Well, I'm sure if somebody picked it up when they were a kid looking to play a simple game, yeah, it was bad. But
I remember playing it. My cousins got it right when it came out because, of course, we all went and saw ET, and I remember picking it up, and I'm like, you wanted to throw the joystick because you kept falling in holes, and then you get back out, fall right back into a hole, and so like that was the thing, and then we didn't care back then. I'm sorry, but back then I would rarely read the instructions.
Right.
I would just jump in and I'd be like, okay, I'm over this. Let's put another cartridge in. Like I didn't care at that point. Now I really will skim through the instructions and go, well, this is why I didn't like this game because I didn't know this is what you had to do. And
precisely. Yep. Very well put. And when you're aiming at 6-year-old kids who love ET, they aren't going to read the instructions because they can't even read.
There's an ET on PS1.
I had no idea about that.
No, either did I. Silly geese we are. Yeah, no, I never knew that. Like, it's hard for me to get into the PS1 stuff now, just because I feel like it's almost too dated. It was at that point where things kind of changed. Although, I remember like the stuff like Doom and the Mortal Kombat trilogy and stuff like that. The Doom games were pretty cool. I don't know. Same with N64. It's another one that I just can't get into is because I just don't think it held up well. It's right when they started trying to do 3D, and You know, it just was a different era of, because I still love NES, Super Nintendo, Sega, Genesis, you know, all the 16-bit pixel stuff and 8-bit stuff, obviously in television, Atari, but it's just the N64 and the PS1 were the two that were like, they were on that edge of technology on each of them, like the big jump from PS1.
Yeah.
But it's like all the stuff on PS1, there was better versions on PS2. You know, I don't know. Just in my opinion.
Oh, you're so right,
Yeah.
because they were just starting the technology, so it was as core as you could get. I mean, some of those games.
I preferred the Nintendo 64 graphics over the PS1. PS1 and Saturn graphics, I don't know, there was kind of just blurry and pixelated and floating around, and I didn't notice that as much on the N64.
N64 is more like, what do you want to say, like polygonal or kind of more like the Mario 64 and stuff. It was more straighter edges, but kind of, I don't know. I guess they're all. Plus, like if you went back to play like GoldenEye, which to me was one of, or Perfect Dark, you know, stuff like those first person shooters on the N64 back in the day, like that was really like it doesn't hold up. Like you look at it now and you're like, oh wow, that guy has like a square face, you know, like everybody's walking around like they're Virtua Fighter characters, you know, like it's just they're so much better now that it is just kind of it. When you're looking at first person shooters now, you're thinking of like the Halos and all the you know stuff that's out now. And to go back and it's not even nostalgia and that's just for me, because I guess if someone would like that was their first system, then of course that's a completely different story. Because people think the same of Intellivision, you know, and I mostly like it because it was my first system. I probably wouldn't if it wasn't. You know, it's just how things are.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and it helped the N64 that you had Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart, Wave Race, all great games.
Wave Race was good. Cruising USA, I still think let me see what I have. Hold on. Not that this is an N64 stream, but
it is now.
I have a few. Most of them are probably going to be wrestling games, but
nothing wrong with wrestling games.
Oh, absolutely not. So of course I got GoldenEye.
Yep.
WWF Warzone. Bio Freaks. I don't even know where I got that. One of the best of all time, I still think, and I will give the N64 this one, WrestleMania 2000.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then, of course, Turok. And a little South Park. That's the only ones I have left, like out of all the stuff I bought back in the day. I sold my N64 Jungle Green edition. Still had the box and everything. And then with Donkey Kong 64 and a couple other games. I think it sold last year for about like last summer. I want to say like almost $600. So I didn't miss it. I was like, I won't miss it because I didn't have any nostalgia really.
Nintendo 64 is my favorite looking system, like my favorite design. I just love
it. Looks cool. It does look cool. Did you ever see Bithead 1000 when he did the fire breathing N64, the heavy metal one? It was made out of steel.
I did. Yeah.
And it had the rotating N on it. Oh, that was talk about a cool looking thing, man.
Pete, how did you pull up a Nintendo 64?
I looked under my desk.
It's always right under the desk.
I've got a cable for Nintendo 64 allows you to hook up to HDMI, which is cool.
Yeah, the racing ones were good. Like the cruise, I had Cruising USA. I also had that was on Super Nintendo. I was thinking to say Clay Fighter. No, there was a Clay Fighter 64. Had a blur. That's what it was. There was a blur on their graphics, but it made it smoother. What's that? Oh, that's yeah. PS1 had like the more like they looked like more like square or like exactly, a little jagged kind of edges on it.
Yeah.
To me, PlayStation 1 was just more blurry than the 64. I never could get used to their graphics. It was just rough looking to me.
They were trying to make that 3D, you know, before they really could make good 3D.
Wave Race is one of my favorite games. I love that.
Oh yeah, No Mercy too. That was the WCW one. No, or was that was that WWF? No, it was WCW. Was No Mercy, right? I can't remember. Or I'm thinking of Nitro, probably. I think it was Nitro. The game came back to Nintendo Wii. See, even GameCube was kind of like, what are they doing here? Like, are they just waiting like to put out something decent? Like, I never, like I said, like I think I've said the story many times. Can't. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I always wanted that.
Yeah.
I never got it. ECW.
I've got that somewhere. I've got the ECW game upstairs too somewhere.
There you go, GameCube stuff. I've got a ton of GameCube games.
Well, the cool thing is, like, see, I have a Wii and it's got the GameCube built right into it. You know, literally the controller ports and everything. So, like, if you have a Wii, you have a GameCube. That was what was kind of weird. You know, it was like, oh, it's the same technology. I really ripped on the Wii. I didn't like it when it came out, but I did like the motion control stuff, like the bowling and stuff like that.
It's the Wii. Yeah, the Wii is one of my least favorite Nintendo systems. And it's not bad. It's just I don't know. There's something about it that never. You know, it was the motion controls I never got used to. It was I don't know. They didn't work 100% of the time.
Right.
And that's like having a controller where one button kind of works 70% of the time.
Frustrating.
It's just frustrating. It really was.
Oh, there's another Conker Live and Reloaded. Still looks amazing.
I'll tell you what, on the GameCube, they had progressive scan. And if you hook that up with the right cables, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
The GameCube had the best graphics of the time.
Conker. Oh, look at that. Conker Reloaded.
Live and Reloaded right there.
That's awesome. Now, is that a valuable game, Pete, for the Xbox?
Fairly. I think now it's probably up to, I had to double check, but I'm going to guess at about $40 maybe.
Oh, it's not too bad, actually.
Not too crazy, no.
I mean, as far as like a rare one would be. Or
not a common. I should look because I'm probably way off here. I'm going to double check, but things have gone so crazy in even the Xbox world.
Yeah, I was going to start getting back into collect. I mean, I still have a few of my Xbox games, not much. Just my Mortal Kombat ones, and obviously my greatest hit stuff, the Tato, the Intellivision, the Atari, and the Midway stuff. But I don't know. It's like, once again, like, what am I gonna play on Xbox? You know, they do have those modded ones now that load all the Xbox collection, all the games on the actual Xbox, along with like other stuff. You know, they just put like a giant hard drive in it, and then you just play it off of that.
There you go.
But, let's see. Let me see
what I love. Just put 45 is what 45. It's going for.
Oh wow,
that's up a little bit.
Demon Attack is at 54%. Beauty and the Beast 36. Space Hawk at 7, and Star Strike at only 4%.
Demon Attack, it's a pretty good lead. I don't think it's going to be overtaken.
Oh, I think it's gonna be fine. Demon Attack. I think that's gonna be the next one. Now, we all have that, right?
Yes.
Matter of fact, not only do we all have it, but Jeff has the version that I'd like to get sometime. Do you have it there handy, Jeff?
Ooh,
really? I do not. The case.
Yeah, the case. He's got the pterodactyl version, where I have the silver dinosaur version.
Wait, which one I had? I didn't know there was two versions.
But aren't they worth the same amount, Pete?
They are, yes, and they're not incredibly expensive by any stretch.
Was it like about the same amount for each box?
I sincerely believe that the silver dinosaur version is probably at least twice as common.
Now, mine is a sealed copy, so the marker you see on this is just on the cellophane. It's not on it, but it's the pterodactyls.
You got the pterodactyl. I'm thinking that my guess would be the pterodactyl version is about half of quantity, but that is just a personal estimate for what I've seen over the years.
Well, shoot, I hope a Demon Attack doesn't win, then I'm going to have to bust open this sealed copy.
Well, if I were you, if Demon Attack wins, you should be going to your local game store and picking up a copy. You can buy a cartridge for $3.
Right. Which I probably could find, to be honest.
Well, undoubtedly, yeah. Undoubtedly.
You know what? I'll probably just end up getting a loose cart off of eBay. Because I don't think... No, I had Beauty and the Beast as a separate cart.
Pete, any idea why Magic did that?
No, I don't off the top of my head, but I gotta check into that, you know.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just very weird. Because that's just an extra expense for the company.
And for those who haven't seen it, there's the silver dragon.
Ooh, see, I'd like to see that. I'd like to have that one.
That's
Maybe
what
I can find that one online.
That's the most common right here. I sincerely believe that.
Oh, take care while I love this stuff.
See you, man.
See you. I think I have 2 copies of Demon Attack for some reason. I'll have to check to see if I have the other version.
But the not only the box, you can get the cartridge and the manual in both versions as well.
Oh.
So sometimes you got to check because you'll have a mishmash version, right?
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they had to stop using the artwork of one over the other.
I can't even tell you which one comes first off the top of my head.
Yeah.
How do you say that, though? I am going to check that out for next week. We'll know.
Where's Luke when you need him? We got questions.
Luke,
he might be lurking.
Or
you never know.
Or C-Mart. Where's he at?
And for all your Intellivision needs, you want to go to intellivisioncollector.com.
But this is the actual copy that we had back in the day. So overlay and
I love those overlays.
Manual.
Oh, your cartridge obviously has the same Silver Dinosaur stuff too.
That's why I say you'll find some, like you'll have a box, you'll have the pterodactyl on the outside, but the cartridge inside will be these ones. And it's like it's a mishmash, right?
That's neat.
That's comes in both as well. I know the cartridge. No, I'm 95% sure that you can get all 3 items in both versions.
Yeah.
I learn these things, then I forget it. It's a problem. I lose. I forget, which was it? I don't know.
Well, that's why you have the 125, because then you get to learn that stuff all over again.
I know. But there's so many things that I watch. I've already done 125s on. Say, okay, I know who made that game. I did it, but I don't remember. Well, I guess I probably remember more than I forget, and I forget more than most people remember. But still kind of frustrating when you're trying to remember these things because you want to know. And then when in doubt, always you can go to INTV Funhouse, has a lot of information on variants.
Yeah.
And also Blue Sky Rangers. Blue Sky Rangers has a great history section. So anybody at all interested in the history of Intellivision should check out both of those websites for sure.
And there we go.
So do you want to talk about, while there's more people here, Jeff, talk about what's premiering
Yes.
after the show?
Yes, let's talk.
Papa Pete versus Go Game Go. We're doing a live premiere. As soon as this ends, if everyone wants to come on over and watch, Papa Pete and myself, we go head to head in Space Invaders. We each did our own video. You'll see them together, so you can see them played at the same time, and you can see who wins. We'll be there, so we'll be doing this whenever we can. That'd be fun.
We're going to alternate. This one's on the Go Game Go channel, so go over there to watch it tonight. And then the next one, Jeff picked this game, and I picked the next game, which will be in the show. And that Papa Pete versus Go Game Go is going to be on my channel in a couple weeks. So we're just going to alternate back and forth. And like we said, we don't know how many times we're going to do it. We're going to do it until we don't feel like doing it anymore.
Whoever's channel is the one who picked the game for that week or for that time.
That's cool. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm going to close the poll, which I think I already know. Yep, it is Demon Attack. Demon Attack has won. It's a great game too.
It is.
Oh yeah.
I love the way the overlays actually look on on my old system. Excuse me, on my old system that I had previous to the few I have. Anyways, the disc ended up coming off, so underneath is just black plastic. And to put the Demon Attack overlay and just have the all, like, not black, but the dark brown or whatever it is. It just looked all cool, you know, because everything was just dark, and then the dark overlay with the red and everything on it. I was like, I always keep when I put my television away, I keep my Demon Attack overlays in there, and both controllers, you know, docked. I always thought it looked really cool. That's one of my favorites, though. Oh, excuse me. So it looks like we're going to be playing some Demon Attack. So how now, Pete? You got to warn us. How good are you at this one?
It's a hard game. Not very good.
Yeah,
but I know how to play it.
I've gotten, I think, past. Well, am I in my good days? I got usually past 2 of the bosses, almost into past the third, but I don't think I could beat the third. Or was it the third and I couldn't beat the fourth?
In my day, which I'm going to say I'll be less than a quarter as good as I was in my day when I was a kid playing these and like young and my eyes worked and my reflexes worked.
Yeah.
I could probably get 6, 7, or 8 in.
Oh,
but
okay.
Not anywhere near it now.
You're saying that 8 bosses, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm sure you're going to you're probably going to have a good run.
I've played it before and not been able to go anywhere recently, you know, but I don't play it very often anymore.
Oh, yeah, me too. I haven't played. Yeah. Well, obviously that's been sealed for a few years now. Because I bought that, about almost 3 years ago. I got that sealed copy. Before that, I actually had my own, but that was in, I don't even know where that is.
One piece of advice that will do you the world of goods: don't try to overmove.
To overmove?
Yeah, light movements. This is the first box. This is the original box right here, and they got rid of this one and went to the other one. That's kind of a neater picture. So that's just looked up on INTV Funhouse right now. Which one came first?
Wow.
Yeah.
Does Demon Attack make you double jump? No, then I should be good because I'm never gonna live that down. That's funny. Oh my god! Yeah, I gotta get my ultimate flashback. I gotta set that up by the end of this week. I'm gonna have that set up at least to get one of them done. I may do 2. I forgot what he charges, but I think I might end up trying to do 2.
I think it's 125.
That's not bad.
That. No, oh god, no. You
not bad at all.
That in parts, besides the Raspberry Pi and everything goes into it. I want to get a ColecoVision one done by him.
Oh, that would be neat with all the games.
Yeah,
like all the third-party stuff would be on there too, right?
Yes.
Oh, like Mr. Do.
Yeah,
crap and
all the actual arcade games, licensed arcade games to put on it. I mean, even if they aren't, to put them on yourself or whatever. But that's ideal because the flashback itself, I can remember the Intellivision flashback. I was thinking it didn't have Zaxxon, but it does. I think it has Zaxxon. But most of the Atari or most of the arcade games are not there.
Does it have Zaxxon?
Well, I think it does. Yep. I think that's its big kicker because remember, Zaxxon was an actual Sega. Well, it was Sega. I don't know.
You're talking about ColecoVision.
ColecoVision flashback, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the Intellivision. I was like, I don't think it was.
Oh no, ColecoVision. But
okay,
Intellivision was an Zaxxon was an afterthought for Intellivision. Oh, we can make Coleco games now for the Intellivision. We'll throw Zaxxon on there. Whereas Zaxxon on the ColecoVision was a selling program. It was one of the big ones. Donkey Kong, Zaxxon, Ladybug. Those are big games, man, on the ColecoVision.
Yeah, Canadian Gamer says you have Thunder Castle. Yes, I do. Yeah. We actually did a high score challenge. That was our first high score challenge, wasn't it? Thunder Castle?
No, that was our
second one.
Or third or fourth.
Third.
That's right, because
we had 2 in 1 week and then Thin Ice the next week.
Yeah, what did we do the first week? We did Space Armada and
Night Stalker.
And I won Space Armada, and Chuck, you won Night Stalker, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes, I think I won Night Stalker. Yes, I won Night Stalker, but you killed it at Space Armada.
And then we did Thin Ice. Did I win Thin Ice?
I think Jeff won Thin Ice.
No, I think Pete did. I didn't win Thin Ice, I don't think.
What did you win? I know you...
The week after, Thunder Castle.
Thunder Castle. Jeff won.
Thunder Castle.
He got 11,000, which is a great score.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after Thunder Castle, this is the next one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Because wow. I think
Yeah.
So last week was the Thunder Castle.
Yep.
This is gonna be fun. Looking at my Coleco flashback right now. Yes, it has Zach.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. I
Johnny
thought it did. Well, Johnny, while you have it right there, if you're looking at it, what? Oh, it was PJ. What are there any of the other mainstream arcade titles on the ColecoVision flashback? I have one. It's way upstairs. I haven't got it accessible at all.
Yeah,
I know Mr. Do was like a big thing on ColecoVision.
Yeah,
I love the arcade of that. That's one of my top arcade games.
It was fun on the ColecoVision too.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, and I never had a ColecoVision.
Yeah, but it's not on the flashback. It's
I
not.
wanted a ColecoVision so I could play Mousetrap and Ladybug.
And I don't.
Yeah, those were the other two big ones too.
I don't believe either of those are on it either, because remember they're all the other licensed games, right? Yeah.
Oh, Venture.
Venture's a great game on the ColecoVision too, but you know what's kind of funny? And I did do Venture on the 125. And there's a great, have you ever heard of the Atari Vision podcast?
No.
It is a podcast done by William Culver from Arcade USA. It also has Ferg from the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast. And it has Paul and Rick from the Intellivisionaries podcast. So what they do is they take games that have been released for all three systems and they compare them. And it's much more casual than like the Intellivisionaries podcast. And it's got a warning on there like swearing and stuff. So whatever, it doesn't bother me. Yeah. But they each, and William is the representative for the ColecoVision. Of course, the guys from the Atari Vision Intellivisionaries, they're for the Intellivision, and Ferg for the Atari. And they compare the three different versions and any other versions in some cases where games, and it's a fantastic podcast. They haven't made any in quite a while because frankly, they run out of games to do it. There's only so many games that were out for all three systems, but they did one on Venture. And I love Venture for both the ColecoVision and for the ColecoVision mostly. That's what I played it on.
Yeah.
I did the 125 of the Intellivision, and there's a lot of positive things about the Intellivision version that aren't in the ColecoVision. More detailed graphics in ColecoVision, but the fluid gameplay and the control is better on the Intellivision, for example, which you don't realize.
Yeah, they never did make Berserk for the Intellivision, right? Or did they do a homebrew?
They have a homebrew.
Oh, and I would love to get that.
If you go look at my site right now on one of my Intellivisionaries, one of my Inti homebrew spotlights, I do a preview of Robot Army that is going to be released. It was supposed to have been released in November of last year by Electronite, but it's being hit by the board problems, right? So now they're hoping still for May this year. But it's a good video. It shows lots of videos, lots of clips and talks about Robot Army, it's called. Okay, so look for the Inti Home.
I'm definitely, because I like Berserk, man. And it's hard to find that. The cardboard cutouts actually out in my bar in the arcade. Last get together I had, people were dressing it up and taking pictures of it. So I kind of took it out of here just to make room for stuff on the wall and things. But yeah, I mean, maybe it'll come back. We'll see. There are 3 Magic games on the Coleco flashback: Fathom, Wing War, and Dragonfire. Now, Wing War, that's one I've never obviously played. 61 games, including Arctic Adventure.
Yeah, which is Antarctic Tales, I think.
Yeah. What about now? So if Venture on the ColecoVision, is it still have the little smiley face with the arrow, or is it something different?
It does. And it's even better because it's got the bow around them.
Oh, really?
Like the arcade version has the little circle with the smiley face, and it's kind of like a bow around them, and the arrows shoot out.
Okay, see, I never played the arcade version.
Yeah, and the Coleco version has that. The Intellivision version does not have that graphical difference.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Dorkside.
See you, Dorkside.
See you next time.
See you.
I only have the 60 game flashback. Yeah, the Berserk homebrew sounds fun. So Robot Army.
Robot Army, Electronite. It's going to be out
of course
very
it's gonna be
soon.
good.
Pre-orders were in already at this point.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Sorrow of Galdon Thor.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Yeah. I did not.
I mean, I'm gonna wait till it comes. It's just yeah. I'm just like, man, I really want to play that.
Yeah.
Now, do you have that on your flashback yet?
No, I've not bought that ROM.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's like it's €18 or something like that, so it's about almost $30 altogether.
Yeah.
No,
I think I paid 80 for it for the. I think it's something like that, 70 or 80 for the complete in box. I ordered it almost a year ago.
Well, it seems to me,
but I'm waiting.
If you pre-ordered it, you can have the ROM if you want.
Yeah, I know that, but I have no way to play it, so it's
right.
Right. But yeah, that's.
I kind of like if they said, "Oh, here, if you give us $30 today, we'll give you the ROM, and then $50 more you can have the physical when it comes out." I would grab that in a second, but I'm not going to throw $30 right now in order to want to buy 80 and then spend another 80 for it when it comes out, right? Although who knows if they'll have enough of them out to meet more than pre-sales, which I didn't get involved with. I didn't get a pre-sale, unfortunately.
Yeah, that I saw that was that was one of the ones I was like, wow, because didn't it win best graphics or something?
It won 3 of the 6 television homebrew awards for 2021. It won best music, best graphics, and best game of the year digital.
Wow, yeah, that was one I really wanted to have. I mean, I'm glad I got Intellavania, which obviously won almost
the other three awards. It won best port, best packaging, and game of the year.
Yeah. Wizard of War. I mean, that doesn't give its due, man. What are those? Is that the Dr. Porks?
It is, and I think actually
those are good, man. Those are actually really
though, Chuck. That was the year before. It's been out that long. It's been out that long.
But boy, I tell you what, if anyone wants a good version of Wizard of War with the voice and everything, that I pick that up. I think they do have some on Intellivision Collector right now too.
They do, yeah.
And they're really good. They're really, really good. Jeff, do you have Rick Dynamite?
I don't have any homebrews.
Oh my gosh. How, why? No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Casey.
Yep. I need to get back on the homebrew train, but I'm gonna have to get this Ultimate Flashback because I've been really wanting to play stuff and make videos on stuff, and it's really hard on some of these third-party things to do that off the original system. So
it is. Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, I'm gonna call it. We're about an hour. So next week it's gonna be Demon Attack, which I'm looking forward to because I really love that game and I haven't played it in so long. Yep. Man, I'm trying to think of last time I played it, man, it's been over 10 years, I'll tell you that I've actually sat down to actually play it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds like we're gonna have a high score challenge of Rick Dynamite in our future.
Nice.
That would be fun.
That is very cool.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and I have a yep, we have it. That is one of my I really like that. Right here. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the quality? These were almost, and I compare it to almost Nintendo style quality on some of these homebrews.
Oh yeah.
So it's like when you get these, they got so much love put into them. Like if every game back in the day was like this, the Intellivision, we'd be playing the Intellivision Xbox right now or something like that. It wouldn't have fell to the wayside if it had a little more quality on as it did towards the end. Not saying they didn't have great games. I'm just saying, when companies are big like Mattel and stuff, they just want let's get it out. Let's get it out.
No,
You
that's
got
right.
this much long, where they may have for Rick Dynamite or Sorrow or Intellavania, Ms. Pac-Man, Tale of Dragons and Swords. If you had a in-depth game like Tale of Dragons and Swords made back in the late 80s or the early 90s,
Yep.
people would be scrambling to get that. It would have sold over 1 million some copies, it's I just appreciate the quality. I really do. Which one's the first homebrew were they talking about?
Rick Dynamite.
Is it? No, it's been out hasn't been out that long, has it?
They worked on it long ago and it sort of stopped and then come back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Casey's involved with that, so right on.
Great. Yes, you can submit scores. Absolutely. Bring them every week. Just let us know what your scores are and stuff. If you're playing the same game, that would be kind of really neat too.
Yes, it would.
Absolutely. Great. And if you want, you can always shoot me an email on it too at djcgamestudios@gmail.com. If you guys want to shoot like a screenshot of it or something to have me mention it on the show, I'm totally cool with that.
Oh wow, Casey said he play tested it 15 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my, I didn't know that, man. That's I'm really glad I got that then.
You've been involved with that one for a long time, right, Casey?
Man, that is great. I love this community. I love the homebrew community. I really do. Like, trust me, if I could afford it, I'd have a whole 2 shelves full of homebrews or more.
They're expensive, but rightly so.
They're good.
That is what it takes to have them produced.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Anybody
down.
who thinks that's not the right price, those are the right prices. That's what it costs. Sorry, Chuck.
No, but you're right, man, and it's like it keeps it going. That's why I was about trying to pull out my controller. That's why we play on that system. That's why we still love the system to this day, because it's still going, man. It's still going. There's still a scene for it. That's what I love. Well, I'll just keep babbling, so I will let everyone go, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much.
Come on over.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm sorry. Don't forget to tune into the Go Game Go channel after this for
Papa Pete versus Go Game Go and Space Invaders for Atari 2600. I will flip the switch here and go live right after we get off.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everyone.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.